Welcome back to the Rich Life Diaries. So I've been wrestling with this for the last 18 months, and I'm just going to open up about why I've been seriously thinking about moving to Dubai. And I'm going to share with you why I've decided not to. And no, it's not because of the war, so it's got nothing to do with that. So let's get into it. Welcome to Rich Life Diaries, the podcast where we talk real strategies for creating abundance, building a business you love, and designing a life that actually feels good. If you're done playing small and ready to create your dream life, you're in the right place. So it all started probably a year and a half ago. A couple of my friends from Entrepreneur Organization live over there, and they were just raving about it. And honestly, I have never even considered Dubai as a place to visit. So I think, they planted that seed, and then I ended up going there on a holiday a few months later. I went over there with a girlfriend just to sort of see what all the fuss was about. And I had the best time. So Dubai is literally like a playground for adults. There is just so much stuff to do there. And you've got these incredible beach clubs, these beautiful restaurants, like honestly, the best food you will ever eat and the best service. So, oh my God, if you're going there, you must go to Sushi Samba on the Palm. It is like my favorite place to eat. Their lobster rolls are literally to die for. They're the best. But anyway, it's just the cleanest place you'll ever visit, and you could literally eat off the floor. So everything in Dubai is just super bougie, and everything is like 5-star, which I love. And the safety is amazing. It's next level. You can pretty much go out and eat at a cafe, leave your phone and your laptop on the table, walk away for an hour, come back, and your stuff will still be there. Like nobody steals anything there. It's super, super safe, which I love. So, people aren't going to steal your shit. So I live on the Gold Coast, and that would never happen here. I would never leave my phone or laptop on a cafe table for an hour because I know I'd get back and it wouldn't be there. So the thing that I don't like about Australia is we just have so much crime here, especially youth crime. And it just feels like the government sort of can't really do much about it. And it's a real problem. When you go and experience like a country like Dubai, you just notice this massive cultural shift. Everybody works in Dubai. There is no social security system there. So if you don't work, you basically don't get money. So the government isn't going to give you a handout so you can go surfing for the day. Like it just doesn't happen. And it creates this culture of getting off your ass and working, which I love. And I think what that does, it just creates this incredible like hustling and working mindset. Like the whole place is full of workers, whether that's, the people sweeping the streets or coming in and cleaning the toilet after you've just walked in there, or the millionaire and billionaire businesses that live there, like the business owners that live there and run their global empires from Dubai. Like it's just such a dynamic energy. And the place just blows my mind. Whenever I go there, if you use any public toilet anywhere, it literally gets cleaned right after you flush the toilet. It's insane. Like you walk out and then someone just rushes in and cleans it. It's just like, as I said, the place has got so much going for it. Even if you go to the gym and you use a piece of equipment, as soon as you walk away, someone runs over and cleans the piece of equipment and then puts a tag on it for the next person saying it's clean. So I really just admire what Dubai's done and the ruler and basically his principles and how he wants to make it the best city in the world. And honestly, I think he's doing it. There's just honestly so much to love about Dubai. Now, of course, no place is perfect though. And, there are things maybe that I don't love about Dubai, but overall, it's an amazing city with so much to offer. And especially if you're a business owner. The biggest reason for me considering moving to Dubai was to save literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on tax. That was my initial sort of instincts and motivations for moving there. Because as a business owner here in Australia, when you're making, high net worth money, you end up paying a lot of it to the tax office. And sometimes it just literally feels like half of everything you earn just goes straight to the ATO. I actually got my team to pull some stats on this because I just wanted to see the hard numbers. And honestly, it's insane. Like, did you know that according to a government review, Australians pay around 125 different taxes across federal, state and local levels? It's nuts. You get taxed company tax, which is up to 30%, and then you get hit with a 45% personal tax plus a 2% Medicare levy tax. That's like 40%, 47% of your income just gone. And then you pay 10% GST on pretty much everything you buy and sell. So if you build a business and sell it, you'll get hit with capital gains tax. And if you buy a house, you pay tens of thousands of dollars in stamp duty. And if you own an investment property, you'll pay annual land tax. If you buy a nice car, you get slapped with a 33% luxury car tax. If you live in an apartment, which I do, you actually end up paying obviously strata levies and everything else. And now you pay like a view tax if you're up high enough. We even have a fringe benefits tax of 47% if you try to give your employees non-cash perks. So you literally get taxed on everything in this country. It's insane. If you compare that to Dubai, the cost of living over there is actually cheaper than Sydney, and they have zero personal tax over there. Zero. You basically keep everything you earn. But for businesses, they've recently introduced like a small corporate tax. So it's about 9%, I think. And that kicks in on profits over 150,000 Australian dollars a year. But under that, you pay nothing. Zero. No capital gains tax, no stamp duty. Their VAT is only 5%, which is half of our 10% GST. So when you look at all those numbers, as an entrepreneur, you'd just be crazy not to at least consider getting out of this country and moving somewhere else, because you could save hundreds of thousands of dollars, like literally. But it's not just the tax. When I go to Dubai and then come back to Australia, I just see a lot of things missing here. Australia could take a lot of lessons from Dubai when it comes to rewarding hard work and creating a safe, dynamic environment for businesses. But regardless of how much I love Dubai and I'd love to save hundreds of thousands of dollars, the real reason I'm not moving there yet is because I value freedom, lifestyle, and impact. And while Dubai offers financial freedom through lower taxes, true freedom for me is also about the environment that I live in and the meaningful relationships that I have built here on the Gold Coast since I've been here. So it's literally taken me like 6 years to build the friendship circle that I have right now. And I'm surrounded by, beautiful, creative and successful friends and family members. And the idea of leaving that behind to start from scratch just doesn't feel like the right time for me just yet. So when I was in Dubai earlier this year, finalizing my 10-year golden visa application, I knew that one day I might be ready to move there. But right now, the timing just doesn't feel right. So I just have to trust my instincts and park the idea until it does feel like the right time for me to move. And as much as I'd love to save that extra money on tax, just giving up my network and my support system that I've created here just doesn't feel like the right move for me just right now. So Dubai is an incredible place. It's inspiring, it's exciting, and it honestly is full of so much opportunity. And I love being there. But Australia is still home for me for now. So we might pay dearly for the privilege of living in this country, but for now, it is a price that I'm choosing to pay while I build my empire on my own terms. Overall, I love Australia. Australia is my home. So I'm staying put here for now. But, I think Australia's got a lot to offer. It is a beautiful country. We've got beautiful beaches. I live in Queensland. The weather's amazing. I live on the beach. The lifestyle here is amazing, and, the weather and all those things, it's all positive. The people here are very down to earth and grounded, and, there's beautiful communities and people here. And as I said before, that's the main reason why I'm staying here for now. It's just because I have such a beautiful support system of people around me. But if I didn't have that, yeah, I'd definitely consider moving. And I think, you probably have seen a lot of people, like entrepreneurs and successful people, moving out of Australia in the last couple of years. And it's for all the reasons I've just mentioned today. People are sick and tired of paying all the taxes that we pay in this country. So I love Australia, but yeah, I think the country is a bit fucked right now, to be brutally honest. I think there's a lot of things that it needs to improve on. And as I said before, I feel like we can take a leaf out of Dubai's book, and how they've set up their social security system and all that, and what that does as a country. It just creates this better quality mindset in people, where people are like, yeah, we've got to get to work, because if we don't work, we get basically thrown out of the country. In Dubai, you're not allowed to be homeless. You'll literally get either shipped back to where you came from, or they'll throw you in jail. Same thing, they're really hard on their legal system over there. We're too soft in Australia. Australia, you know, someone steals shit, they get a little slap on the hand and off they go next day, running around doing the same shit the next day. Like, crime is so bad here because our government's too soft. We're too weak. Yes, there's negative things about Dubai's law for sure. There's another side of that. But overall, if you look at the country and how well they're doing, like, there's so many successful millionaires and billionaires flocking to that country. There's a reason for that, people. There's a reason. Smart people see the bigger picture with things, you know. As much as I love Australia and Australia is my home and I'm staying here for now, yeah, I'm seriously considering one day moving to Dubai. That's why I went and got the golden visa earlier this year. So it's not I'm not moving to Dubai ever. It's just I'm not moving to Dubai now because the timing doesn't feel right. So guys, that's my podcast today, talking about why I'm not moving to Dubai. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on, make sure you hit subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you back here in a couple of weeks. See ya.